All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who will rule well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect out there, always. This is the brother Yeshaya. And this is just going to be a quick, slice and dice, man, because these cats that, think they got it, you know, preaching, prophesying with your hat on, disrespecting the elders. All right, y'all just don't have the spirit anymore, man, and y'all are proud. Now, I just stumbled upon this, and the title of this lesson is going to be the mixed multitude, or the Egyptians that followed us out of, the wilderness, were actually destroyed in Numbers 11 and not Numbers 21. All right, because they they were all destroyed, and they were not around in Numbers 21. Okay, but I'm gonna without further ado, just gonna play this. Like I said, it's gonna be quick, and to show you, he probably won't see it, but hopefully it's edifying to the flock out there, that the mixed multitude, which were heathen and not Israelites, were done away with in Numbers 11, and were not around in Numbers 21, where the brazen serpent was risen to the Israelites. There were no heathen Egyptians there. All right. And to also show you that that brazen serpent represents Yahweh. So without further ado, I'm going to play a little bit of this, and then I'm going to get my precept.
But the most foolish of all people, showing less sense than babies, were the enemies who oppressed your people. O Lord, talking about the Egyptians. Okay? Now, look at what the next chapter says. And this is going to prove that the mixed multitude, which was mostly Egyptians and other races, were still alive after Numbers 11, when some of them was destroyed. But
And that's false, because all of them were destroyed. All right.
not all of them. We proved that with Deuteronomy 29 already. We're going to prove that with Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon says in chapter 16, verse 1, and so it was appropriate that these people were punished by such creatures, tormented by swarms of them. But you, O Lord, did not punish your people in this way. Instead,
There you go. That's it right there. See, that's how you know that the spirit is not dealing with Deacon Hakah and all of these Sakari cats, and all of these cats, man. It's coming to a point now where Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is gonna set aside the real believers, and all of you other guys that are playing around, y'all are gonna get put to death, man, or get punished, and take that mark, take that charagma. Now I could just stop it right there, because he's using Wisdom of Solomon 16 as a basis to prove that the mixed multitude, or the other Egyptians or the other nations, the heathen pretty much, were around after Numbers 11, when that wasn't true. And he actually cut himself with this. I'm going to just use this, and I won't bring it up on my end, but I'll bring up Numbers 11 just to show and edify the flock, Lord willing. But this is verse 2 of Wisdom of Solomon. It says, at verse 1, he said, and so it was appropriate that these people were punished by such creatures, tormented by swarms of them. But you, O Lord, did not punish your people. Okay, so let's see the death of these mixed multitude in Numbers 11. Now, this is verse 4. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting. And the children of Israel also wept again, and said, who shall give us flesh to eat? So there you go. Okay. The mixed multitude, they were complaining, lusting, doing all this. And then, bam, you see, there's a separation. And the children of and the children of Israel also wept again. Right. So let's skip down to the point, because like I said, I didn't want to make this long. Let's say all right. What was it? It says in the mixed multitude were buried. Slacky, bear with me for a minute. Sometimes my eyes can mess with me. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 34. And the people stood up all day and all that night and all the next day, and they gathered the quails. He that gathered at least gathered 10 homers, and they spread them abroad for themselves around about the camp. And while the flesh was yet eaten between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. And he called the name of that place Kibroth. Sorry if I butchered that, because there they buried the people that lusted. Okay, so at the top, just to get the context, the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting. So the people that were buried that was lusting or lusted were the mixed multitude. All right, prove that. So we're also going to let's skip on to Numbers 21. All right, and down to I can start at verse 3. And the Lord Yahweh hearkened to the voice of Israel. See? Israel. Let me start at the top. Verse Numbers 21. And when King Arad the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south, heard tell that Israel, all right, not the mixed multitude, not anybody else, Israel came by the way of the spies. Then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoners. And Israel vowed a vow unto the Lord, and he said, if thou wilt indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities. And the Lord Yahweh hearkened to the voice of Israel and delivered up the Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities. And he called the name of that place Hormah. And they journeyed from the Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom. And the soul of the people were much discouraged because of the way. Skim it down. Well, I can read it. And the people spake against the Most High and against Moses. Wherefore have ye brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our soul loatheth this light bread. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much of Israel died. Therefore, the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned. Okay, now how do you sin? Okay, sin is what? Transgression of the law. And who was the law given to? The Israelites. Okay. And the Lord sent fire. So pretty much these other nations, they're not sinning. They are just, committing iniquity, which is sin upon sin. Okay. And the people spake against God and against Moses. Wherefore have you brought us out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our soul lieth this light bread. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord Yahweh and against thee. Pray unto the Lord Yahweh that he take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people. And the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole. And it should come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he look upon it, shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if that serpent had bit any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in Oboth. So right here in Numbers 21 is not mentioning a mixed multitude that's along with the nation of Israel. Okay, so let's break down who this fiery serpent or this brazen serpent is. And let's start with John 3:14. And this shows you that this represents or is a representation of Yahushua. So Yahushua, basically you're trying to include salvation to the other nations low key, which is very low level, man. John 3:13. And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man which is in heaven. Okay. And Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. Even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. So there you go. All right. That's talking about Yahushua. All right. Like I said, I want to make this too long. Just straight to the point because it got more stuff to do, man. Luke 2:34, and Simeon blessed them and said unto Mary his mother, behold, this child is set for the fall and rising again of many in Israel, and for a sign which shall be spoken against. So there you go. All right. This sign, okay, that sign that was in the wilderness was what? That was lifted up, the Son of Man, a.k.a. Yahushua. And then who did Yahushua come for? It's too easy, man. And I haven't even been in this long, that long. Matthew 1:21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. So that same brazen serpent that was in the wilderness, that was lifted up, that was a representation of Yahushua. And Yahushua even said it himself in John 3:14. So hopefully that, that was edifying. So yeah, there were no heathen, all right, in Numbers 21. They were all destroyed in Numbers 11. All right. And that's about it. Giving our honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Hakah, double honors due to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect out there. Hey, until next time, Shalom.